let's chat about a method of getting exercise into your daily routine without having to go to the gym, right? Calisthenics only here. Let's chat about it. So first and foremost, what I want to make very clear in here is that you may choose whatever the hell you want to do for your fitness, right? You are autonomous, you are an individual. You get to decide that. You're a grown-ass adult. However, if we're looking at different things that are on the board that you can utilize to get more movement in, I think that this is a very important one to check out. And that is because most people often overlook it, right? Because it's not sexy. It's not what you see your favorite influencers doing. It's not what, your grandmama does. It's not what you were raised to do, right? Most of us have been conditioned to say that, hey, we need to go to the gym for 60 to 90 minutes every single day. And if we don't do that, well, we shouldn't do anything because it's silly to do anything less than that. And I'm here to tell you that that's dumb in and of itself. But rather than have you be in a position where you're having the bag pulled over your head, right? And you're in the dark here, let's talk about a method that you can use. And I like to call it exercise snacking, right? You could call it compartmentalization of fitness. You could call it a ton of different things. But what is exercise snacking? First and foremost, let's break this down, because what it truly is at the core is making fitness bite-sized, making fitness digestible, making fitness something that you can do without having to go to the gym 60 to 90 minutes a day. So let's dive into this. So first and foremost, exercise snacking, right? Snacking is just breaking it down to digestible pieces. So what does this actually mean, right? Outside of just, breaking it down so you can digest it. What it really means is that we're interspersing fitness, right? The fitness component in our lives in a manner that's conducive for us to get more fitness in higher frequency, right? But lower volume per frequency. So what this could really look like, and I'm gonna come over to this side to kind of show you this. What this could look like is, instead of going, hey, I'm gonna go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? At 1 hour 30 or an hour, okay? What this could look like, instead of going 3 times a week for an hour and a half, this could then look like going Monday through Friday, and then setting, hey, I've got, X number of exercise 1, right? Every day, right? X number of exercise 1 every day, right? And then X number of exercise 2 daily, right? So you can break it down into this. And we'll get to how this is actually snacking in just a second, but you can break it down to the exercises, and we're talking about calisthenics here, right? So we're really trying to get a push, a pull, a squat, a hinge, a carry, a lunge, push, pull, squat, hinge, carry, lunge. Yeah, so we're trying to look at this. Like overall, you're talking about the planes, or the types of movements, not the planes, but the types of movements that we're trying to hit, right, are here. So let's say across the week, we're trying to get an overall volume of consistency for this, right? And we want to do this and break it up and snack around the days that we're working, right? So we work regular job. Let's say we're in here, we're busy as shit, right? 8 to 10 hours of work a day. And we want to make sure that we can achieve our fitness goals without being in a position where we got to go to the gym for an hour and a half, 3 times a week, or 45 minutes every day. So how do we do this? Well, what we do is we go ahead and look at, what are we already doing? What are we already doing? Right? What are we doing now? Well, we probably are driving to work or working from home, right? We are probably in and around an office, in a cubicle, or in a co-working space. What we're probably doing is taking calls. What we're probably doing is commuting to and from workspace, even if it is just downstairs, right? What we're also probably doing is grabbing some drinks, or we're doing, we're traveling back home, we're grabbing some drinks, we're doing dinner with family, or we're going on You know, we have time on the cap ends of the day to get things done that don't have to do with work. So we're like, hey, you know, I don't want to dedicate those times to working out, or I've got kids, or I got family, or like whatever. Plug any reason that you don't want to do it or you can't do it, and let's talk about how we can get it done anyways. Because at the end of the day, we can pick. So we say maybe, hey, we've got 6 ways that we want to move, right? 6 ways that we want to move, and then we have, right? We have front back. Okay, we have side to side, and we have rotation. Okay, and we're not going to go into the scientific planes that those are, but we got front back movement, side to side, and we've got rotation, and then a combination of all 3, right? And so we're trying to move this way throughout the week. So instead of going to the sessions, what we're going to look at doing is you're going to break down and find an exercise. Maybe every single week you do the same. Maybe week 1, you pick one exercise for each of these, and then the next week you pick a different one. It doesn't really matter. Like, 1 is always greater than 0. I just hopped off a podcast with a guy named Ted Zimnicki, and we were talking about 1 being infinitely greater than 0, because something, even a shitty something, is better than nothing, and it moves us closer to the goals that we have, right? And realistically, we're talking about quality of life and longevity and the dichotomy between the two, because ain't nobody trying to live to 120 but have a shitty quality of life. Ain't nobody also trying to live, eat, sleep, breathe, everything fitness and health, and their whole life is consumed by it, and they don't actually live. They don't actually live and take enjoyment and fulfillment out of life, but then they make it to 120. You know, like, you want you want a balance there based on your goals and where you're trying to go. And honestly, if you're finding yourself in a place where you're not willing to show up here, you probably don't want to make your life about the gym. So let's not make it that. So we've got a push, pull, squat, hinge, carry, lunge. Okay, let's say a lunge. I mean, this is just like reverse lunge. Like an alternating reverse lunge, right? And this is maybe, hey, backpack, walking. This is a glute bridge, right? Or RDL, Romanian deadlift, single leg. Squat, right? Air squat, pull, inverted row, and push up. Okay, so like, let's say that we have those exercises. Now, the way that we're gonna make this actual exercise snacking is we're going to take a high frequency, low volume per frequency, and have that be something that we're doing throughout the day. So let's say we're at work, right? At work, 8 hours, okay? Across the 8 hours, right? You get in at 9, right? You have 9, you have 10, you have 11, you have 12, you have 1, thought I was gonna say 13, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's say 8, because we go in there. So you have all of these hours, right? You have on the hour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. From the time that you leave your house, let's say your commute's not that far, to the time you get home, let's say your commute's not that far, and you have all of these on the hour. So what this could look like is that you pick maybe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 days. So maybe on a rolling day schedule, right? On Monday, right? On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So on Monday, you do push-ups. On Tuesday, you do the pull exercise, right? You do the push exercise, you do the pull exercise there. On Wednesday, you do the squats. On Thursday, you do the carries, right? On Friday, you do the hinge. On Saturday, you do the lunge. And then on Sunday, you do the push. And then you continue to rotate there. But just doing those movements once a week, like one full day, doing the movements like that, isn't necessarily exercise snacking. What exercise snacking here would be is that, okay, every hour on the hour, I'm gonna choose to do, 5 of exercise. Okay, and so 5 of the exercise that you have for on Monday for push. So, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You got 11 top of the hours, right? Maybe you do 5 reps of one of these exercises on top of the hour. So it's snacking. It's a high frequency. You've got 11 iterations of 5 of that exercise, but it's spread out and it's not too much volume per frequency, right? So it allows you to get a total of 55, right? With 11, be 55 reps of that, and you get it done. But you get it done in a manageable, bite-sized way where like every top of the hour, you're able to just bang out a few push-ups, right? Bang out a few air squats. You can do this in your office. You can do this at the water cooler. You can do this on your lunch break, you know? You could do, I mean, hell, you could do 10, which puts you at 110 at the end of the day. You can break it up however you want. You also don't have to just pick up one exercise, right? You could do multiple. You could do a circuit, right? Like 2 rounds of a circuit of like, hey, maybe 5 push-ups, right? 2 pull-ups. Maybe have a pull-up bar in your door at work, a little one that you can fasten there. You do 5 push-ups, 2 pull-ups, and you do, 3 air squats. Okay? And maybe you do that every hour on the hour, right? That's 20 pull-ups. That's over 20 pull-ups for the day, right? That's over 30 air squats for the day, right? And that's almost 60 push-ups. Like, that is a way to do it that will you get one-to-one results as if you just went to the gym and you had, a periodized, intentionally thought out, programmed week over week to progress week over week? Like, are you gonna get the same results as if you had something like that? No. But is this better than nothing? Absolutely it is. And you should be doing something over nothing, right? Even if this is like, hey, I can't do this, right? For whatever reason, I've got ailments, I don't have time, I don't know how to do these movements. Sick. How about on the top, right? On the top of each hour, you go walk around the building. Okay? If all else fails, just go walk. And if walking fails, get in your wheelchair and use your arms. Like, literally, pick a way that you want to do it, either circuit style, right? Or a set number of reps, or to failure on the hour, or to failure, when you get to work, middle of the day and before you go home for work. It doesn't really matter how you make it work for you, but the goal is to just move. The goal is to do more than you're doing today. The goal is to progress, right? Even if it's not perfect and all laid out and with the coach and you got your nutrition done and you got a coach doing protocols for you and getting you progress goals and all kinds of stuff. Even if you don't have any of that, right? Take this framework and apply it to yourself. Make it make sense for yourself, right? We have a tracker for this kind of thing. If this is something that would be of interest to you, just hit me a DM, right, on my Instagram at James M. Gillespie, and ask for it. I'll just give you the tracker, right? Absolutely free, don't need anything from you, but I'll pop it your way because exercise snacking can be a first step. Is it perfect? No. But is it a first step towards a better, healthier life? You bet your ass it is. And if you do this, I've got much respect for you. If you started from nothing and then you jump into here. It's not about you coming in and coaching. It's not about you coming in and you paying for one-on-one coaching. And health is not about that in general. It's not about being perfect. I mean, sure, do I think that we can help you if you come in like that better? Absolutely. But health is all about progress over perfection. 1 is greater than 0, infinitely. So jump in and try exercise snacking. And if you have any questions, same place. My DMs, James M. Gillespie, Gillesp like Paul, I-E, right? At James M as in Michael, Gillespie on Instagram. Ask me any questions. Happy to bounce you this tracker too, so you're ready to rock and roll. And if you got any questions, ask me there. It'll be easy.